Welcome to Sky Poker live this Sunday night on Channel 865. I'm Richard Orford, and Sunday around these parts means just one thing: our #1 Texas Hold'em tournament primo. Tonight we'll be covering all the most interesting play from our main event, as well as a whole host of other tournaments this evening on SkyPoker.com. And Matchka says, "Hi, Rich and Trevor. I think if Richard wasn't presenting poker, he'd be a male gigolo." Why? He says, because I would imagine that would be his dream job. OK, so fair enough.
I think you might starve, though.
Harsh, but I take your point. DTW Bandit says, "Hi guys, good luck with the show tonight. TK's job would be train inspector because of his wide knowledge of trains. Rich Orford could be a fashion designer and could specialise in burgundy jackets." I actually had to wear TK's burgundy jacket to Luton last night.
I was there and saw you, and very debonair you looked too, I thought.
Which kind of destroyed my chances with Kitty Lee, the glamour model, because at the moment, her first impressions of me was basically a pillock in a burgundy jacket.
Yeah, I actually think you should actually take that information on board and not go down the gigolo route.
You don't think I'd get much in the way of business if I wore that jacket?
I tell you what, I like the TK. You can imagine TK, can't you? You're sitting there with your paper, a avuncular gentleman comes through with the old machine. Tickets, please. I could see that.
Breaking news, Trev. I've just been told, courtesy of Matchka, that Kitty Lee is watching the show right now.
Wow.
Hi, Kitty. Instantly just trying to search back to think, have I said anything that's going to get me into trouble in the opening few minutes of the show? I don't think I have I?
Or if Kitty's watching, I meant to say to her, I did actually wash that cup up. All right, put it back in the cup. Right.
Have you thanked her for breakfast this morning?
I don't think we had breakfast.
Didn't you?
Too busy.
Didn't get the opportunity. OK. Hi, Kitty. Nice to meet you yesterday. Here's... OK. Table 82 right now, 30 and 60. Apparently Kitty Lee's been in the chat box and and she wants to get on the show now. She wants to be on the show.
Well, I think that's all. Yeah. That's to be wholly encouraged.
I think that should be done on behalf of the entire male population of British Isles.
As long as we're the two doing the show that night.
If you haven't, if you don't know what Kitty looks like, can I suggest looking at the front cover of today's Sunday Sport, which I'm told, reliably, she's on the front of. I haven't seen it myself.
It's funny, because I always had you down as a Sunday Times man, but there we are.
When I saw it this morning on my... coming through my letterbox as part of my regular order. No, I saw it at the garage today as I stopped off for petrol, and I thought, I met her last night. Very impressive.
She probably thought the same thing when she switched on Sky Poker tonight.
Probably did,
I met that man yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Luton.
She probably wasn't thinking quite the same thing that I was thinking.
King Queen for Lee.
We are now going to talk to the old man of Sky Poker himself, Mr. Tony TK Kennel, I believe we have on the line. Evening, TK.
Mr. Orford, Mr. Harris, how are you both?
Very well,
Very good, thank you.
Very well. I just want to say straight off, I don't know if you've been watching the show, TK, we are being watched right now as we speak by the lovely Kitty Lee, the glamour model who attended yesterday's Sky Poker Tour leg in Luton. So please do not swear, OK?
I would never swear away, and she's a splendid young chap. I thought she enjoyed herself, and she's going to be coming back to Luton as well. She wants to play some more.
Sure. Because you sat next to her for the entire day, didn't you? But strange enough, you weren't drawn in that seat position, were you? I think you were on a different table, but you ended up sat next to her.
On
Weird.
Friday night, you mean?
Yes.
Well, it was like a TKO, overnight result. I wasn't actually drawn next to her, so I asked management to check that they'd done it correctly, as you do, because mistakes can happen.
Yeah. Of course.
And lo and behold, yes, we turned out that it was. I mean, she wanted to sit next to me.
Right.
If you go to the blogs, there's some blogs with some pictures in there today.
Was that a sympathy thing, or what was it about?
No, as you can see from the blogs, the way she looks at me, there's something...
With horror?
The body language says it all.
Was there a bit of chemistry there, did you find?
Oh, you wouldn't believe. I mean, a student of body language was something straight away. She is smitten.
Probably panicking, I would have thought, calling for security is my guess. I mean, this is a fine line between those two things, isn't there? What do you... Mere Novice says, assuming that you're doing a phone-in with TK, could you ask him how he rated Kitty Lee's game? I'm not interested in his opinion on her cheekbones, just her actual game. I'll ask him next time.
I don't think he actually was really noticing that.
No.
Anyway.
Well, he spent a lot of time with her yesterday, so I would hope he picked up one or two notes. Right, here's White Prawn here with 7-2.
I think he was just trying to keep abreast of all their work. King 8 for Big Head.
Hoping to pick up 1 or 2 memories of the day.
Yeah.
Good. Have you got any more of those? Should we get them all out of the way now? Get them out of our system?
I'm sure we'll think of some.
Yeah. I think we need to see one of Kitty Lee's hands, don't we? If she's actually playing tonight on the in the Primo, we need to find out what her alias is and have a look.
I'm keen to see as much of her play as possible.
Yeah,
240, says Jeff. And
Kitty Lee has been in touch with us via the chat box. She says, "Oh my God, I didn't realise I was on the front cover of the Sunday Sport today, so I've actually done her a favour and let her know something. It's a valuable public service as I see it." So she can go out and buy that now. She added, "Tell those two that their jokes are terrible."
Nothing we don't know already.
I think we've made quite a good impression there.
Yeah.
Do you
think we're in?
I think I am. I'm not sure your jokes were particularly bad, but I think I'm on my way to second base. Certainly in my book, anyway. Let's have a look at the stats right now. Here we go.
We have. Well, look,
second base is a slap in the face these days, isn't it?
That's We've lost 238.
Brilliant.
No idea.
Richard would work in a butcher's shop with a big knife to cut his meat up. I think I've got a little chance here with Chels. I'm hoping Chels, are you female? I'm going to make a little note here. Chels. One to look out for.
Are you going to put her in the old little black book with Kitty?
Yeah, last time I did that, though, I think it was Sarah 36 Double D was the alias, and had a little go there and realised it was a middle-aged bloke.
Mind you, you might have. Who knows?
Yeah, beggars can't be choosers. And Mark Bannon would work for in a little while. Carl Luke, a.k.a. Tina, has messaged in to say, "Hi, Rich and Trevor. Great to see everyone yesterday." She played at the Sky Poker Tour. "Rich, do you really think that you cashed in that sit-and-go yesterday, or was it my dealing?" She dealt at a sit-and-go. I've actually lost about 16 or 17 sit-and-goes on the trot live at the Sky Poker Tour. I haven't cashed in 16 or 17. Last night, I came second, Trevor, and cashed.
Fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Very proud.
Drum roll, applause.
Yep. You can hear it.
And I
calm down now.
I tell you what.
Applause finally dies.
Kitty is well impressed.
Is she?
Oh yes.
Great. That's all I needed to know. Thanks, mate. Slightly aroused by you saying that. Table 60 right now. 5,100.
That was just a bit too much.
It was a little bit.
Supernova 7-4.
Mia Novice got in touch earlier on the show and was interested to know your thoughts on how Kitty Lee, the glamour model that some of our viewers will recognise from such work as FHM, Loaded and Sunday Sport, how her poker play kind of mapped out yesterday, because you spent quite a lot of time, some would say too much time, sat next to her yesterday, watching her play. He just wondered, how you thought things shaped up.
Well, things shape up pleasantly. I hear the magazines that the periodicals that you describe her as being in. I search Steam Days every month and rarely see her in there.
Sure.
So time will come. But poker game, yeah, she's got good basics. She's got the fundamentals.
Certainly has. Sorry, couldn't help myself. Carry on.
She plays very well, and in fact, somebody said to her that she plays so well, she should take it up full time. And then somebody else said, "No, don't give up your day job." Now, I'm not entirely sure what that was about, but but she's a lovely girl. I mean,
she is.
Lovely girl. She wants to come back to Luton and play. She enjoyed it so much. She doesn't live far away, and I really talked to her. She's a smashing kid. She really is.
The problem was, going back to the magazine, he actually missaid the magazine he wanted to the newsagent.
Yes.
He should have said the one he wanted with Kitty, Steamy Days. He missed out the one and said Steam Days. That was the problem.
You see, I hear in Steam Days, the centrefold goes like a train. That's what I hear. Right, here we go. Master Cash Table 12, this is.
I've seen that magazine, it's first class.
Have you?
Jack 8 for Mooch.
That is brilliant.
He's got £42.78. TK is...
8 equity. He's already pulled up once.
I've just been thinking, I've just had this image, like, for the last 3 years, we know TK, big fan of cats, isn't he?
Yeah.
And he's been telling us he sits in his living room of an evening with maybe a glass of sherry, and he goes, "Here, kitty, kitty." And now we know the real story.
Doing cats, is it?
Yeah.
I'm with you now.
Yeah.
I'm with you now.
Yeah.
Okay.
The secret is out.
There's an image.
V Gooch with the Queen 10 out the...
Little harsh. Matchka says Lisa Marie could run a coffee shop. I don't know why. I think she'd just give the coffee a certain something.